Rob, I was fortunate enough of last week to watch the new Emma Stone movie, Cruella. Now, they had announced this movie a while ago, and I was intrigued by it. And then we started seeing our first kind of images from it and some very vague synopsis stuff written about it. And I thought, it sounds all right. I mean, it's got Emma Stone. I mean, and if
Right.
it's got Emma Stone, who we always, me especially, constantly underestimate. It doesn't matter if when she wins Oscars, it doesn't matter when she turns in killer performances. I find myself constantly underestimating Emma Stone and then always watching her newest movie, whatever that is, and then going, man, I forgot how good she was. At some point, I'm going to stop forgetting how good she is. But to be honest, I wasn't exactly stoked to see Cruella. Like, I don't think the trailers were great. They were good. I mean, they were fine. They were good trailers. I didn't think they were great. I wasn't totally stoked to see it. So anyway, then I watched it last week, and I forgot that the review embargo for it lifted today, so that's why this isn't off the top. But I'll tell you what, this is a solid little movie. And it's a very different movie than I was expecting. When I think about these, either animated or cartoon, whatever things brought to life, and it's unfair for me to do this, my mind instantly goes to like Garfield and, a tripe like that. But I don't know really what I was expecting from Cruella, except that it's darker than I thought it would be. There are times in this movie where where it's very cute and very charming and you're smiling, and there's some dark elements to it as well, which I wasn't kind of expecting. It's also more dramatic than I thought it was going to be. Like, there's more of a drama tilt in this film than I honestly really thought they were going to have in something like this. And once again, Emma Stone. Rob, I'm telling you, this girl has not ceased. I remember when I first really realized, not only is she kind of cool in these kinds of movies, I remember the first time I realized, oh my gosh, she's going to be something really special, was in that comedy she did with Ryan Gosling and Steve Carell, Crazy Stupid Love. You remember that one?
Yeah.
She was so good in Crazy Stupid Love. That was the first time that I really noticed it. And of course, she's just gotten better and better. She's got an Oscar on her mantle, and she'll have more in the future. Man, she kills it. She really does. She kills it in this movie. Now, I'm not going to say that she's going to win an Oscar for this, but I will say this. If the Academy Awards were held tomorrow, I don't see how she's not one of the nominees. I mean, she's just absolutely great. She carries this movie. She sells this movie. The supporting cast is all wonderful, including, what's his name? Paul Hauser. He's really great. The whole supporting cast is great. Obviously, they have some dogs in it. Half the time, the dogs are CGI. I knew that going into the movie, Rob, that like half the time the dogs are CGI, but it didn't bother me at all. Like when they go CGI in the dogs, it never felt out of place. Like a lot of times suddenly characters being replaced with CGI suddenly feels, and it does. So basically the idea of Cruella is that it starts with her as a very young girl, and she goes through a bit of a tragedy. She loses her mother. She grows up on the streets, gets an opportunity, discovers some secrets, and then, the kind of thing evolves. And I really love it. And Rob, one of the things that they do in it is that I think her real name is Stella, the little
Right.
girl, but her mother realizes at a very young age, Stella's a sweet girl, but she's also got a real mean side. And her mother names that mean side Cruella. And for the longest time, Stella learns to tuck Cruella away. This is all introduced in the first 5 minutes of the movie. I'm not giving away any big spoilers here. And then that clearly comes into play later on down the line. It's, like I said, it's got actual real heavy dramatic stuff to it. Emma Stone is phenomenal in it. The dogs are adorable in it. It's got a real little bit of a whodunit thing to it. By the way, Mark Strong is in this movie too, and I didn't even realize that. Mark Strong's great in it as well. It's part heist film, which I wasn't expecting. I'm a sucker for heist films. So it's part heist film, all this kind of stuff. Look, is this going to be movie of the year? No. By the time we get to the end of 2020 and we do our, kind of top 10 films of the year, is Cruella probably going to be on my top 10 films of the year list? No, probably not. But it's much more solid than I was expecting. It's got more layers to it than I thought that a film like this would have. Emma Stone carries the whole damn thing. I got to tell you, I enjoyed it. And right now, and I honestly didn't know how other critics would feel about it, but as of right now, it's got a pretty respectable 75% with about almost 80 reviews in there. So, I mean, yeah, top 10 film of the year? No. Solid little movie that I think more people than I originally thought are going to enjoy? Yes. Rob, I know you've been following the Cruella thing for a while. You haven't had a chance to see it yet, but where's your expectations been? Where's your anticipation level been for a movie like this?
I have to tell you, I had no expectations for this movie until I started seeing the trailers. And for whatever reason, it was very different than I thought it was going to be. Because obviously, Cruella de Vil is a fairly campy character, and we've seen the Glenn Close iteration of the character, and I'm like, it's fine. But this movie made my middle-aged ass quite excited. And I love Emma Stone. I think that she's a terrific performer, both dramatically and her comedy chops are phenomenal. And things like an Easy A. I love Emma Stone, and to see this character, I'm really excited to see it. There's nothing about this movie that doesn't look good to me.
Yeah, and like I said, again, movie of the year, no. Things we're going to be talking about 10 years from now, no. But again, I thought this was going to be a pretty forgettable little film, and it's not. It's actually really got its charm, and I enjoyed it. Anyway, guys, question is for you. Where are your expectations like right now for Cruella? Maybe you were like me and you didn't have a lot going in. Maybe you've been very excited about it. I don't know. Wherever you are, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Okay, guys.